Namaste and welcome to day 14 of 30 days of Appwrite. In the last episode, we talked about Teams API and its different features. On today's episode, we are going to use that knowledge and create teams, apply that in our application. So we will create teams, list users teams, and then delete a team, get team by ID, get members of a team, add new member to the team, update membership status, remove a user from team, etc. So this is what we will be implementing in today's session. First, let me log in. We have a profile page that has only verify email button. So here we will also list the users teams. For that, first let us make a function that will handle team listing. So list teams So we need to create team service here. Teams and initialize it. And finally, we can call teams.list, and we don't want any filters. We are fine with the defaults. In our profile.dart, let us just hide this verify email button. Let us add future builder. Snapshot return, just return the container for now, and let us check if snapshot.hasData. Let me just log out the data, print the data in the console. As this is the response that we get from here, I can log data.data. And we need to add a feature here. This will be our API service instance list teams. Now if I save, initialization failed. Okay, I need to hot restart. And now if I go to profile, and let's see, what do I have here? So we get teams list, that is som 0 and teams empty. So we don't have any teams, but in order to display, we can do something like this. So if it has data, then we can return column main axis size min. This is because we are inside a list view, we don't want it to overflow. And in children, we can do data teams.map. Here I can, right now I'll just use style, title, text, team. Okay, I can't do this. Undefined name data. Oh, okay, this data is, I can just define it here, equals snapshot.data.data. Sorry. Right now we don't have any team. So let us also add a button that will create a team. So here on pressed, this will create a team. Let's call it create team. Let's add a function to create a team. So in future here we need a name for the team. Teams dot create name. Okay, and here we can call sync try await create team. Let's just name it team 1. Appwrite exception, catch E, and if there is error, scaffold messenger of context dot show snack bar text E dot message. Okay. If E dot message is null, we can just say just log unknown error. We have a create team button. If I tap this, it should create the team, and if I go back and come again, I should get the team listed. And in order to understand the returned object of the team, we can go to Appwrite's official documentation. In the docs, we can go to teams, and if we go to create team, and down here, if we see the response payload team object, we can see what field is there. So we have ID, name, date created, and sum is the total number of team members. So I can use this to display in my list style. So let me go back. Here, what I can show is, instead of text team, I can use team name, and in trailing I can say something like text team sum, as this will be integer. I need to wrap it like this, or I could simply do toString. And if I save, now I can see my team name is team 1 and it has 1 member, that is me. I just created this team. So right now we are not using any state management solution. So when adding this, we have to go back and come here again in order to reload. So let me handle this. So let's convert this to stateful vz and quickly set up few things here. Let's create a teams model. So here, let me create a model, team dot class team, and here I can add ID, string name, the sum, date created. This is it, right? Date created. Okay, so these are the fields. I can use the data class generator extension from VS Code. You can find details about these in my REST API tutorial. And ID returned by Appwrite is $ID. So I need to do this, and now this should work. Now here I can create list teams and initially set it to empty. I can have init state that will call get teams, and in the get teams function I will handle these. Sorry, not create team. Let's create get teams. Get teams. Let's make this async, and here try is equal to await instance dot list teams, and then let's res dot teams equals res dot data teams dot map team from map team, and I need to wrap this with team from, like this. Okay, and finally call set state, and here Appwrite exception catch e. I can just take this unknown error getting teams, and down here instead of future builder I can simply bring this outside to my list view, and instead of this data I'm using teams, and then remove this future builder, and instead of team name now I can use name team sum. Okay, let me go back, come here, so it's listed properly. And when we create a team, here we can do team 2, let's say team 2, and then team dot from map res dot data and set state dot add team, like this. So if I save this and then create another team, it should be listed here. So this is how we can list team and then create team. Now let us see how we can delete team. So it's very simple. ID teams.delete, team ID is ID, and from our team list, in the list style in trailing, let me wrap this with row, and let's make it main axis size min, and then here at the end I add icon button. Let's use delete on pressed. Let's create this function. So here delete async try, we don't need res, await API service instance dot delete team, we need ID, now we need to pass ID. So here just pass team.id, and on Appwrite exception catch e. Let's just copy this, unknown error deleting team, and then if delete is complete I'll call get teams again so that it will reload. So let me save. I should have a delete button. Maybe I should even ask for confirmation for delete. but for now let's just see if it works. Delete. See, it's deleted. So deleting team is as simple as this. Next, we'll make a team details page so that we can list the members of a team or add new members to the team. So let us create another page called team details.dart. So team details, and here team, let's add a let modifier. No, let's create a constructor and let's make this required. Now from profile, when we tap on this list tile, on tap, navigator dot push material page route builder, here team details, I pass in the team, right? So if I tap now, I'm at the team details. So here we will list the member. Again, we'll convert this into stateful wizard. Let's add a variable list members. Let's initially make it empty array. Init as, let's call it get members, and let's copy the get teams from here and convert it into get members. Members, let's import API service. Where is it? What's going on? This is not being imported automatically. Let me just import from here. I can water tracker, data service, API service.dart, Appwrite exception. I can import, can call members. It's equal to, right now I can just simply use res.data, and instead of list team I should call members wizard.team.id. So using the team's ID I can list the members. So let's go here and create a function team ID and then get membership team ID. Okay, now if we go to our Appwrite docs, in teams, if we go to where is it, get team memberships, the return object is membership list object. Okay, and membership list object is gives a list of members in memberships. If we go to membership, so this is the property that a member will have. So member will have ID, user ID, team ID, name, email, invited, joined, confirmed, roles. So these fields. So let's quickly create our data object. Let me copy this JSON and let's go here. Let's create our model. Team member.dart, and and let's use this JSON as a reference. I'll just be using this as a reference. ID team ID, name, email, joined, confirm, roles. Okay, and let's create generate data class. Let me remove this JSON. Okay, this ID will be $. Okay, list. If this is null, if somehow this is null, I'll just want it to be empty array, but this probably is never null. Now here in the team details space, I can use this. So let me convert this here, list members ID, and here instead of list team member race.data memberships dot map instead of team member from map, and this again will be team member, list of team member. So down here I can use members member, and then return list style member.email trailing. I just want to add icon button, delete on press, delete membership. Right, so see, I can see the member of this team. So right now I'm the only member of this team. I can invite new members. So let's add a button here, floating action button. Add on pressed. Here we will invite new member. So in order to invite new member, I can create a dialog. So dialog context builder. Here I can use alert dialog, title, text, invite member, and then actions, text button on pressed, navigator.pop, and child text, cancel, next, text button on pressed, save, invite, okay. Now I can show a dialog in order to invite new member, I need to add a body here. So content text field, let's create a controller here. Let editing controller let here let's initialize our controller, and then when this is pressed I can get email controller.text, and then once I have the email I can invite. So let us create let's see what we need. Teams dot create membership, so we'll need team ID, email, roles, and URL for accepting the membership. So let us pass everything. String team ID, required team ID, email, roles, and I can hardcode the URL. So this URL should be the URL to your web page which will handle the membership acceptation. This is what they will receive in their email, and this is similar to what we have used last time for email verification. So you can use the same approach in order to create a web page which handles this and redirects user back to the application. So here I'll just add a localhost page. Now let us call here API service instance create add member. So team ID will be wizard.team.id, email will be email, and role let's just make member. Okay, I can use try on Appwrite exception HE, and I can paste scaffold messenger unknown error adding member. Okay, let me go back because I had a stateful wizard and come here. Now if I tap on add and let's invite. Oh, okay, I need to do one more thing here. Once this invitation is complete, I can just call get members again so that this list is updated. So let me invite new member and also pop. So let's save, add, new member at testmail.com, invite. See, now invitation. We can show the status whether or not they have confirmed invitation. So let's just see here. This in the list style, I can add subtitle dot confirm. If confirm, otherwise like this. So I this here. If confirmed, confirm. Can show not confirmed if I save this. So this one is confirmed because I created the team. This not confirmed because I just invited and invitation is not accepted. So this is how easy to add new members to the team with different roles so that you can assign those permissions in your Appwrite resources. Now finally, we will see how we can delete team membership. So let's create the function first here. Delete member, return delete membership. I need team ID and invite ID. This invite ID is the membership ID. This invite ID is the membership ID, and we will be refactoring this in probably in the next update, changing this to membership ID. So required team ID and then membership ID. Let's call this. And from here, when we tap delete, try, let's make this async, and then await instance dot delete member visit.team.id. membership ID will be member.id, and if this is complete, I can simply call get members again. Appwrite exception, patch E, and again I can use the unknown error deleting member. Okay, let me try and add another. And let's just invite, and let's try to delete this. See, it's removed. So this is how easy it is to create teams and add members to your teams, invite them to your teams, and if the user does not exist, as we said in the last episode, Appwrite will create those user accounts, and your new team members can accept membership and get access to your teams or get access to the resources that you provide permission using teams and roles. This is all for today's episode. Thank you everyone for watching this tutorial. See you again in the next episode.